Are you looking to build a well-diversified investment portfolio? And that's really what everybody should be up to. In this video, I'm going to talk about the SPDR S&P Global Dividend Aristocrat ETF that might just fit the bill for you. We'll go through some of the details of this actual ETF. I'll provide an overview, look at the performance, dividend yield. I'll then go into a bit of how diversified is this ETF, what companies are in it, what is regional spread, and then even more importantly, what kind of sectors does this look at. And then we'll look at cost, and if you stick around to the very end, I'll even give you something that you could go away and have a look at and compare the two against each other and possibly go for one of them. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Mark of Desperately Seeking Fi. So as I said, we're going to jump in and have a quick look at the S&P Global Dividend Aristocrats. So as we all know, aristocrats are companies that have grown their dividend yield for 25 years. And then there's some other special ones that are dividend kings. And I'll be doing a video on some of the dividend kings that exist. And there's some really well-known companies out there, for example, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo. Why don't you go and have a look at a video I've done recently on that? First of all, let's have a quick look and see what this dividend ETF is all about. So it's there to track the performance of high dividend yielding equities across the world. The fund actually tracks the performance of the S&P Global Dividend Aristocrat Quality Income Index, and basically it is all about these high yielding companies, and quite a few of them you might actually know. It's had a bit of a hard time over the last year, as you can see on this chart, down almost 11.5%. But that said, we are down close to 52-week lows. So this might be a good opportunity to start to buy into this ETF and see some growth coming out the other side. Because if you look at where it is from the lows of COVID, we are saying that this ETF is up almost 25%. One thing that everybody is interested in is that dividend yield. But if we have a look on Invest Engine, and Invest Engine is a great platform to invest into ETFs, dividend yield is coming in at 4.39%. Let's have a quick look at what is actually in here. GBDV on Invest Engine has a total of 93 stocks held within this ETF. And let's do a bit of a breakdown. There are some that we will know. So we know Seagate Technology, definitely Lenovo Group, Universal Core, Western Union Company, Hasbro. There are some big names in here that have been around for an awfully long time and have been growing their dividends. Having a look at the different regions, over 50% of these companies based in the North American, so in the US and Canada. Looking at Europe and UK coming in at just about 27%. So we are looking very much developed world, and depending on where you feel the growth is going to be, potentially this is something that may have good potential for growth coming forward, with focusing in on that North American market and also potentially into Europe. And you've got sort of over 10% of holdings sat in the UK with some of the larger dividend companies. Sector side of things being quite important, because we need to be looking at whereabouts do we think growth is going to come. Potentially if we are going into recessionary type of conditions, or do we think that things are starting to look slightly better and we are starting to potentially not have a recession coming on our hands in the near future, depending on how you are predicting what will happen with future economies. Potentially having this kind of balance in and around financials, industrial and property may work for you and may work for your investment strategy. Having a quick look at the dividend yield, it is coming in at about 4.39%. And if we have a quick look on Dividend Max, we can see that Growth was good from the beginning of this ETF back in 2013 up to 2019. We obviously had COVID hit. Lots of these businesses had to cut back an awful lot on what they were developing. Saw lesser sales taking place, therefore had to cut back on their dividends. And that is one of the things with dividends. They are never guaranteed. It is all dependent on what is going on in the wider economy. When things are going well, you will see dividends continuing to go up, but COVID caused a massive drop in the value of this fund, and that can be seen on this chart as well. You can see that massive drop down of over 30% in the value of a single stock of this ETF. But we've started to see things pick back up again from the end of COVID, and we are back up to, in 2022, paying a larger dividend. So in 2019 it was 108.569, and that has risen in 22 up to 115.934 as the annual dividend of this. So we are back up to above pre-COVID levels, which is good. And what I also like about this is it's a quarterly dividend payer that tends to pay in February, May, August and November each year, which is quite good, because if you think about some of those Vanguard ETFs, they all pay in the March, June, September and December time periods, when an awful lot of quarterly payments are being made. It's quite nice to have a bit of diversification in when your payments are coming in as well. Jumping back over to Invest Engine, we can see the ongoing cost, or the total expense ratio, is 0.45. Something that you need to have a think about. It's really at the top end of where I like to see the ongoing cost being. I like to be down closer to the lower ends, in around the 0.1%, because all the money that we keep within our investment portfolio just helps with that compound interest and the compound growth that takes place, that snowball providers of these ETFs. So I said at the very outset that I would give you something else to have a think about, and that other option might be the FTSE All World High Yield Dividend ETF, known by the ticker symbol VHYL. Over the past year, it has performed much better than GBDV, so seeing a 1.25% increase over the last year, and that's pretty good, saying that we saw and we have seen a little bit of a bumpy year over the last year. Over the 5-year time period, it has once again outperformed by almost 20%. And why don't you go and have a look at the video that I've done on VHYL and see whether or not that potentially is a dividend ETF that you would be more interested in investing into. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.